Hey, what's up? What's happening? Figured oh shit. I figured I'd come on. Let me do this real quick. Hold on a second. Give me 1 second. So I was actually having a conversation. With a buddy of mine, and he started to drive, and I don't know how we got on something about drive hours and the police. But I was telling him that, if you run out of drive, I'm sure whether you're just starting out, I'm sure your mentors told you. But sometimes things happen and you remember. Like my mentor told me that in the beginning when I first started. If you're out of drive hours, you can move. You can move if it's an emergency and you have to move. You can move to a safe spot. But if you're too tired to drive, then the police can make you move. So this actually happened to me. I just got my truck. And they sent me to California. And so when I arrived, California, I got there early. I got to the location early. I forgot Los Angeles, and I was parked in a mall complex, and it wasn't the police in the beginning. And I was going to a I don't know why this person stopped right ahead of me. You don't got to turn. You can turn right on red. But you stopped right in front of me. But anyhow, I was going to a Costco. I was going to a Costco DC, and they weren't not DC, but a regular Costco. They didn't open till like 7 or 8, and so I figured I'd get some sleep. And by the time I get up, by the time I shut out for the night, by the time I rest, my hours will be up, and I can get up and deliver the stuff I got to deliver. So anyhow, I'm laying down asleep, and I hear so I get up and the guy says, hey, you can't be, it's a security guard. He's like, hey, you can't be parked here. And I'm like, man, I'm just here for a couple more hours, because by then it's like I got maybe like 4 or 5 hours left, right? There's not that many hours left. And I was like, man, I only got a couple more hours left. Just let me before the mall opens, I'll be gone. You know what I mean? That's what I told him. I said, before the mall opens, I'll be gone. And he was like, no. He was being, but I guess now by now you know that he was kind of being on the prick side. So he was like, no, you need to move now. So you can't park here. You can't park here. The mall's closed, and I'm gonna call the police. I'm gonna call the police on you. I'm gonna call the police on you because you're trespassing. You stop for a minute before I tell the story, but yeah, he said, I'm gonna call the police on you because you're trespassing. And I said, you don't have to call. I'm trying to be as cordial as I can, because I don't want to bust a fuse and get upset. It's not really that serious, but I said, just let me. So a couple more hours left. Just let me sleep, and I'll move. He said, no, again, you need to move. You need to move now. If you don't move now, I'm gonna call the police. I said, well, go ahead, call the police, call them. And so you shine light. I said, you sure you want me to call the police? I said, yeah, call them. So I let the window up, let it back down. So like maybe 20, 30 minutes later, I hear them knock on the door. And it was the police. He said, sir, you need to move because you're trespassing, and you can't be here. And I said, well, sir, I'm out of drive hours. and I'm really exhausted. And I feel if I move the vehicle, I don't feel like it's safe. It's not safe for me to drive now because I'm really tired. I'm really exhausted. I've been driving all night. I really need to rest. And he said, He said, well, how much longer before your hours are you're up before you can actually move the truck? I said, I'll be gone before the mall opens. Before the mall opens, truck will be gone. He said, well, all right, get you some rest and move the truck before the mall opens. And I said, that's cool. I said, that's fine. I'll be gone before the mall opens. And so he went and talked to the guy, told the guy, and the guy just rolled off. But that's just a little tip. Sometimes that works. Sometimes if they call the cops may be like say they have it towed anyway. But in this particular case, the officer said, don't worry about it. You can move it when you rest up. You can move it, but don't let these, especially like if not a DOT officer, don't let these toy cops, these flashlight cops, tell you you have to move your truck. They don't know anything about trucking. Most of them don't know anything about the hours that we have to drive and how we have to rest a certain amount of hours. They don't know anything about that. They just some of them just have a chip on their shoulders in some cases. But if you feel like it's unsafe for you to drive, especially if you're a new driver and you're starting out, you don't have to move your truck. You don't have to move the truck. If you feel like it's unsafe for you to drive, you don't have to move your truck. So I figured I'd come on and share that. That was like I said, I had a conversation with a buddy, a friend of mine, and we were chatting it up because he's in training now. He's going to Warner. What is that? He's going to okay, gotcha. He's going to Warner, but he's in training now. So he was asking me, like, picking my brain about certain things, certain stuff. And so I figured I should come on, since he was asking and he's new. I figured maybe somebody else might be interested in knowing have questions about do you have to move your truck if a security guard or a police tells you to move your truck and you're out of drive hours. You don't have to. If you feel like complying and not really causing a ruckus, you can go ahead and move, but it's up to you. You know what I mean? They can arrest you. They can't tow the truck. Some cases they may try. If that happens, you may want to call whatever company you're driving for and see what they say. But in this case, for me, it worked out. The cop was kind of cool, and I guess he realized that I wasn't gonna drive if I felt like I was too tired to drive. But which I could have moved it. But in the area I was in, I didn't know where I could move it to because it was pretty much nothing there. And every little place that I looked around when I was coming there before I parked to the mall, it's like I want to be close to where the actual location was where I was going to deliver, and it was nowhere to work. And I couldn't even back into the Costco and wait for them to open because it was stuff in the way. It was like other trucks in the way. So anyhow, I parked at the mall, and they wanted to run me out of the mall, but they couldn't because I wouldn't let them. Oh boy, but that was good because I made that delivery, and I went to the terminal right there in the city. California has three different terminals that goes to LA. So I went to that terminal, got the trailer, and they didn't have another load for me, so I went into the city and saw my uncle. So, but anyhow, that's a quick little story about the police and security guards. They may try to run you off, but don't let them. And just enjoy your time. Don't take it too seriously. Because him being a security guy, he should have been like, hey, what do I care? I'm working security. I'm working security. I don't. If you're there, maybe I didn't see you. Maybe I didn't see him. As long as he should have been like, as long as you're gone before the store opens, everything will be fine. But I don't know what people's problems are sometimes. But a lot of people are going through different things. Everybody has something that's going on with them. And sometimes, in some cases, people bring that stuff to work. So that may have been his case, or it could have been something else. I'm thinking it was something else, but I don't want to spill that. But anyhow, I figured I'd come on happy Resurrection Day, and you be safe. I hope you're not telling you. I hope you're not telling these kids. Modern technology. I hope you're not telling these kids that it's the Easter Bunny. He's gonna bring Easter eggs for them. And all this kind of crazy stuff. That's a whole other topic for a whole other day. But You be safe, you blessed. Like I always say, don't forget to tell somebody you love them, because you never know when you're gonna go. You never know when they're gonna go. Kiss the ones you love, because you know when you can kiss them again. So be safe, be blessed, and I'll be seeing you. I actually got Bambi here. I'm gonna cook some Bambi, and I'm gonna do a video about that. So make sure you check in, check back. Like, subscribe, comment down below, share if you want to, and I'll be seeing you next video. I'm out. Peace.